Yeah, back at it again, back at it again for the win. And let me turn off this fan so we can get into this. So, be that as it may, you want to live in the country. You want to see what the country life like. You want to get you some country time, sweet country time lemonade. So, let's let it get done. So, starting off, got all that land over there. Y'all gotta excuse this stabilization because I'm driving. This phone is kind of heavy, so it's gonna be bouncing on the holder. Try to see if I can get it from not bouncing so much. But you know, it is a heavy phone, so trying to get the wide angle so I can get more seeing this for people. But this is Winder, Georgia. See the truck route. All right, gonna be going through. See the lane over there. That's a golf course. I'm actually gonna take y'all this way. Let's see. I got these gloves over here. Let me see if I can get these gloves on this camera. It might stop jumping just a tad. I need to get it tight as I can because I don't want it to pop out while I'm driving too. All right, that's another click. Yeah. So hopefully that gets some little pressure on there where it won't bounce as much. But we riding, y'all. We are riding. Driving for dollars, I'm gonna say. Down in Winder, Georgia right now. And down in Winder, let's see if we can spot some land for sale. Oh, see one big red sign say available. Call or text the number. Available land. Oh, that might be for just for the advertisement for that billboard. Okay, as we going, you see this land right here that's back over here to my left, over here to the left side. See these dirt mounds? This land was already cleared out. You can actually see if I were to pan the camera over, you can see that land over there is actually deemed for look like townhouses, something, houses, something over there. All right, to my right side, you got the railroad tracks. Railroad tracks has all this land. They just had a sign back there saying the land is for sale. So crossing between right here, see this entrance to the railroad tracks? That's somebody's yard right there behind somebody's house. They have a sign over there for the land. I'm trying to see if we can spot one with some land for sale, and it has an acreage on there. To my right, you have these two houses. They're historical houses, so whatever somebody do, they can't take the shape of the house. They can only cosmetic the inside, and that's to a degree because the historical houses, they try to keep them historical. Got these houses over here in this land, U-Haul, mechanic shop right here. Like I said, it just keep driving. Okay, you see right here to our right, there's land for sale right here. It says commercial land. It doesn't have the acres on there or anything, but commercial land right there. I'm quite sure this land right here to the right side is for sale as also, but you're looking more at the stuff to the left and these more. Okay, you see that Chevron? They just actually built this gas station, so that's going to be open in a minute. Um, like I said, small town to Winder, so you're going to see a couple of little stuff. I mean, I know my phone is going to go in and out. I mean, I pretty much figured that. So, but be that as it may, we're going to stay live until this thing just falls off the track. See all these little sheds over here for sale? Typically, when you have these, houses in the rural areas, they tend to have a lot of storage. So versus them going in to pay storage, they normally put some stuff over a family member house or something like that, or better yet, take stuff and put it in the storage shed. You know. So going into over here, we got some shipping containers over there across the railroad track. You know, see if I can get over these tracks without bumping too hard. Oh, I see some land over here. I'm gonna go over here. I don't even have to go this way, but I'm going this way just to show the land that they're gonna be fixing up some over there. And someone's selling their jewelry. But as you can see, after this yellow olive looking house, that dirt mound, new land development. Look like it's gonna be townhouses. I don't think houses are gonna be that tight and end up making it. But those are like townhouses. Just straighten it up to where it be full length so everybody can see. You know, going through the downtown of Winder, downtown Winder, Georgia. But like I said, just driving for dollars, looking and seeing. All right, so right here to my right, and believe it or not, guess the name of this street? Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. And you have, it looks like a triplex. It has 3 doors over there, right here on this corner at the red light, across from a little tire shop. You know, across from there used to be a storage place, but now they just actually do a little bit of renting and stuff and different types of warehouse. Next door to that, another duplex. This warehouse, believe it or not, to the right is actually a fabric company. Been there before. And like I said, church, you're gonna have a church. Any small town you go to, you man, streets are crazy. Have about 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 churches. Go professor I always say that you could tell the value of a city according to how good the streets are. So you see how these streets are just, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. So what's going on? I see when I hit a stop sign to see the chat. But shout out to everybody coming through. Like I said, just got caught in a little traffic. Yeah, I had a call, so that kind of threw me off. But yeah, I'm in traffic now. Like I said, downtown, you know, Winder. I'm passing through. I'm a little bit above the midways of the downtown area. So that's what you're seeing right now. I'm heading to actually to Buford. Heading to Buford. Heading over to Buford from Athens, Georgia. That's my route that I drive. And so when I drive the route, I always, see houses, see land for sale. And I started to say, man, I'm just gonna record this one day and start showing people like the different land maps. I, I wish I could have actually went the other way. I could have went by this guy I know, Cass. He has a farm over there that he grows sweet potatoes. I'm actually gonna probably end up doing a video at his farm. We have sweet potatoes. Yeah, sprouts. What else he say grows over there? Carrots, different things for restaurants, which he sell to the restaurants, and that's how he make his money. What's going on, Doug, in the building? No, I can't really hit the people, so I gotta probably call your names out. It ain't nothing structured to where I gotta remember nothing. But see, this white sign over here, that's leasing over there on that property. They got about 5 different businesses you can put over there. This muffler shop is actually for sale. They actually been closed ever since I've been coming out here for the past year or so. This ice cream shop, this was it Pelican? Believe it or not, it's like that ice shave ice, whatever. To a degree, it actually just opened up. It closed for a while during 19, but it opened back up. Um, have this dentist office over here. Like all this stuff is still in good condition. And then see if I can catch it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch him over there to my. Might be able to catch you at this light over here, with this red little barn at. They sell sheds over here. But the crazy part is, let me see if I can pop it off right now. I'm at a stop sign. They sell sheds over here, but behind this, if this shed wasn't here, you'll see there's a lot of duplexes over there, and they literally have those. Yeah, they literally have those duplexes, and it's crazy. It's about four four units over there. Somebody just took their land, built some duplexes, and like I said, just with the land out here alone, you pretty much can just build so much stuff out here. But a lot of people don't like the rural areas. But you got to understand too, taking advantage of staying outside of the major cities, you're taking advantage of those urban and rural area loans to where you're paying less than 3.5 for the closing costs. You know, and depending on if you go FHA, you know, then you got to go through that with no PMI. I'm quite sure with these urban loans, they don't have PMI on them as well. And, the structure on them is benefiting you to stay in these rural areas to uplift the population. Because if you and your wife have kids, what is that going to do? Increase the population in the area. Ingles is one of the big things. They got another church over here to my left. There's another church, big church at that, Methodist, and going down, like I said, just small little lands. Like when I'm actually getting up here, while I'm about to make this left turn, you're gonna start seeing more land over here too. All right, there we go. Make sure my phone. See, land right here for sale sign is sold. They have this older house right here to my right. It's already been sold. And this is a hospital over here. And they just actually built this Publix, believe it or not, because the city is getting so big. Publix is starting to spread out. If I could have went the other way, you could have seen the Publix. Now to my left, you see all this land just got cleared out, ready for development. The Publix was built probably less than 6 months ago. See if I can swing that over there where y'all can see all this land. All this land just got developed right there. All that land literally is getting developed right now. They, took the trees out, hit the land, and they're going to be building homes next to these apartments right here. You know, these apartments right here, pretty decent from the looks of it. I don't really see nothing too bad about it. And across the street, they have houses. So back to across the street, this like land, but it has the houses behind it. So you would think that it's actually just land. It's houses. If you look over here, you can't hardly see it. It's so small. It has a for rent sign down that street. They have property up for rent down there. And like I said, just a lot of land out here. When I get farther on, I'm gonna straighten out my phone again to where I can show you like all the farmland. They have a actual water plant down here to the left. I don't know. I might keep it like this because all over to the right over here is nothing but just land, and this land is already owned by somebody. They have it fenced up. They don't have any for sale signs. You have literally two houses over here. Well, this is a smaller community for that one, but um, this street right here has houses, but right down here on the end, no houses. Seeing in front of me, you actually see the farmland coming down the hill. So, like I said, it just land galore, just a lot of land, and that farmland they actually have cows over there. Like I said, if I need one of those 360 ones so I can show y'all some of this land. I actually need to get my V, what's called ViraCam. That's the water treatment plant over there. But I have a ViraCam that I can show that actually shows, when I look around, you can see all that. But I just bought that last year. Don't really been using it much. Trying to catch what some of y'all saying in the chat, but all this jumping, I can't hardly see. But basically, like I said, just a lot of land. So for anybody that's looking to get some decent land, I mean, Winder's pretty good, but Winder's starting to get saturated. You have to go on the outskirts of Winder, and then you might can get a little more better land, more bang for your buck. But like I say, just like look dead in front of me. You got a little lake over there, little pond as you whatever call it. But then there's land over there to the right. You couldn't see it where the truck just went down. I mean, to the left where the truck just went down over there, red truck. They just built a whole new subdivision over there. I actually was looking for some land. They had land over there. You can get 15 acres for 200 and I think it was 15, 20 acres for 220,000. But then it's gonna cost you another 2 to 3 to build the house on the land. But they were just selling that land because I mean, land is costing out here now because everybody's moving out here. I mean, I'm quite sure they can do a deal, but just for the land alone, that's what they're charging. You know, to my right, you have this new subdivision they just built. To the left, you have nothing but woods. If, and actually, down that hill, there's a dam, a little water, look, pretty much looks like a dam. It's just a stream that flows through, and it constantly get flooded, as if pretty much like I say, a dam to where it needs to be structured a certain way. Because when there's storms, it seems like all the branches just fall off into the water. And let's see, I should turn this camera to the left because there's a house coming up on here for sale. And this house been on the market, I would say, for about at least a year now. And it's transferred over to the guy that sells houses in Atlanta pretty big, Mark Spain. So he came in. It was an all brick red house. He painted the house white and fixed up the outer layer, popped some things on the inside. I went and looked them up on internet, just the house, and see how it looks, the difference from what it used to be. So he might end up getting bang for the buck, And with that scenario, I think he ended up buying the house from the people because with Mark Spain, if you don't sell your house, they'll technically buy the house from you and go from there. So with that, coming forward, you get over, you have all this land over here. To the left, this is actual all farmland. To the right, you have homes. All the homes over here to my right side, or at least about, I would say about 10 to 15, 10 to acres at least. 10 acres at least over here. Every house until you get to the 4 houses that are coming up on now. These are all ranches. So they have sheep, they have horses. So with this land over here, those houses are a little bit more. They have a little more land. I would say about close to 15 to 20. But like I said, just farmland. I mean, livestock out here is a whole nother thing compared to, going anywhere else, getting livestock. going out to the countryside. A lot of people don't look at it, but when crisis, people out here can live. Let's say if Y2K or this situation with 19 happened, guess who's going to survive in the trenches throughout all this? The people who own farmland that can grow their own food, that can sit here and, do what they need. Shout out to everybody coming in. Like I said, I can't see too many people in the chat, so I'm more or less focused right here again. All these houses over here to my left side, all new houses being built. Every one of these houses over here on the left side, new houses being built. They're steady building more. And the funny thing is they're all cookie cutter homes. These homes actually have about, I think I looked it up, it's about an 8 to 10 models that you can choose from. And they have different stages. The stages come in at, you have your ranch houses that are a little more bigger. They might cost a little more. And then you have houses that are shaped in consistency as townhouses. So you have the door, 2-car garage, shotgun narrow way, as they called it back in the day. And for people that's from the South or, know about shotgun houses, it's just like a double barrel shotgun. Everything is long and they stuff everything in between. So you have that. Now for people that work doing construction, look, they have construction out here where you can buy the equipment, do it yourself. A lot of people who have big farmland, they'll come and buy this stuff and till their own land, until it comes to doing the professional fitting and stuff like that. But if you're a plumber, you'll plumb your own land. If you're an electrician, you'll wire your own land. And now coming over here to the right, this is the entry to those. Now, coming in that entry right there, that's where you have the bigger houses that over there. Those houses over there are not just like the shotgun houses or the medium-sized houses. These are the larger houses with basements. You're looking at 5 bedrooms. You're looking at upwards of 450 or more. The other houses ranging from 250, and then you have the shotgun houses that are like townhouses. They're on the high end 250, but the mid range around 175 and up. But most people, when you get in a house, you want the glitz and the glamour, so you try to go at the 200 range. So not too many people go for the 175 because everybody in the neighborhood know what you pay for your house, and then you want to added amenities, and it end up costing more for a new refrigerator versus the standard refrigerator with no ice maker and no water dispenser on there. And so, like I said, this is another part of downtown. And like I say with the house, the churches, man, just churches galore. A lot of nurseries and churches around here in the country areas. Hey, man, I ain't speeding. Them people just driving too fast. I caught that AP. It's a funeral home over here to the right. Big funeral home. See all that luscious grass, man? Like, dude. They keep their grass. I tell you, that's Bermuda grass. Somebody I know was telling me about grass. They were saying their grass is year-round Bermuda grass. All right, going over here. One of the things that you can't get in a city like that is this. See that soccer field over there? Kids over there playing soccer. They sometimes have year-round soccer leagues. So that's one of the things you can't get in the city unless you're just doing sports like football, year-round basketball, stuff like that. And another little secret over here, if you look over there to the left, you see all those tents and stuff? They do farming. So for all the people that grow farmland and stuff like that, they having this weekend, they're having a little farmers market for everybody. So for the people that have that farmers market who do the farming, you can sit here, all the vegetables you grow, you can sell them here. So a lot of people know when to farm their stuff time. So the farmers market is going to be at this time, so they're ready for it. There's another funeral right there to the I mean, I'm sorry, to the left, the white sign, and then you have your abandoned house right here. Never seen nobody in the driveway. Nice, pretty much house, land. Never seen them. While I'm at the same time, you look. I mean, at the red light. Let me do a panoramic view. Looking over here, you just land over here, all land. Look, land in front of me. Land over here with this house. Told you, no, it's like older. It's the only business over here till you get to the main area. Other than that, really have too much land like that. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Phone not trying to slide in your property. Okay, what's going on? There we go. And I'm not driving fast, man. It's the it's it's y'all looking too slow. Nah, man, the phone is jumping up and down. Only I can't go by 25. I mean, I'm traffic. I gotta. Like, right now we're going 25. Like, how fast you want me to go? I'm only going. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm in the country, so y'all gonna get that connection that drops and pick up, drop and pick up. Actually at the 85 bridge coming over, you'll see the truck stop. I forgot the name of this exit. I know it's 120. See, 125. So no, 127 is Pendergrass. I'm one exit up. I'm one exit down from Pendergrass. See if I can get y'all to still be on here and look at this. Y'all say I'm driving too fast. Look how Hello Kitty just jumped in front of me. Oh, and we're gonna get into more land, hustle and bluster area. All right. Like I said, no. City man, little small city like right here. See, and like literally over in this area, there's no grocery stores. You know, so a lot of people tend to eat out or just go to the grocery store. You know, maybe once a week. So like with me, anytime I'm like, man, I want something different. Actually, the grocery store is not too far from my house, less than 5 minutes from my house. If someone stayed out in this area, with the grocery stores being so far, they would technically drive farther. Uh, I missed that lane over there, but that's the deal. Grocery stores right now. The closest grocery store from here is another 15 minutes away from right here, and we back to the land. All right, so to the right side over here, they have this business, but you can't see the structure. But you see the signs with the yellow on there, and it says 1,000 square foot commercial property. They have another one that's a building. Let me see if I can get through some of these. All right, we got over here. They actually building new warehouse. You know, all this is farmland. It ain't even being used right now. To the right side, you know, they don't even have cows over there. There's more, you know, and they have. I haven't seen them, you know, coming around. There's farmland up here, unless it's all connected. Once I get around this bend, but other than that, I don't see any cows, anything over there in that land, or the, as the people call pasture. But basically, like I said, just a lot of land for people that are looking at buying homes, want to go on a unincorporated or want to be homesteaders. You know, looking at land like this to give you an idea. You know, y'all might have to bear with me. Ah, man, houses over here, 400,000 from the 400,000. These houses look like houses that were built in the early 2000s, and they wanted 400,000 for those houses. Early 2000s, those homes were going for a minimum of 200 to 250. Three is the most. I would say 280, 290, almost 300 the most. They got those houses over there going for 400,000. Like, I ought to be ashamed of themselves. Everything is jacked up because due to inflation, man, you know, people looking at that situation where they said, man, hey, people are wanting to move. Okay, I'm actually in Hall County now. I just seen the sign for Hall County. Over here to the right, you have a tree farm. I talked about this the other day. That's a tree farm over there for Christmas. So they grow the Christmas trees, and then over time, they get over there, cut your own Christmas tree down, or they'll cut them for you. Fresh pine Christmas trees for the sun. I know this guy wasn't there the whole day. He had to move back and forth. Seen this homeless guy from over there this morning. When I came over there around about 11:30, he was sitting on the ground, and he's just not getting up. More land for sale. Remax. Sign over there to the right. Like I said, just land for land for land. You have more land right here coming up on this curve before you make this right. Norton, the real estate company Norton is selling that land. There's another sign up here. Let's see if we can get the acreage off of it. It is saying 1 to 20 acres plus. So that means they're selling it by the acre, or you can buy 20 or more of the land. And who knows, it goes down over here or not in this hill. To my right, you literally have the small racing track for beginners. And then to my left over here, we see this white fence. It looks more well established. That is the Michelin track. That is the Michelin racetrack over here in Hall, Georgia, Hall County. I forgot. I think this area is going into Flowery Branch over here. But basically, racing over here. I've been over there. Actually, believe it or not, I've been to Talladega, from Talladega Nights. I've actually been to Talladega twice for the race. I didn't actually go in the whole sit down and look at it go round and round. I've seen the track, you know, where the cars were driving, but I was mostly working. I was doing promotion for the NASCAR experience. I promoted that movie in IMAX. So, you know, that's what it was. Yeah, I caught you. I see those clouds. Yeah, those clouds are looking rough. But on both sides over here, all land. It's just land for sale. You know, you have land over here where you would think, man, that land looks rough. Who would want to live on that land? Some of that land might be owned privately. Some of it is owned by the state. And this land, nobody asks about it. Nobody wants to purchase it. So eminent domain, the state picks it up. Because a lot of times when you have land, you got to pay taxes. Uh, how many people are actually, you know, paying the taxes on land that their grandparents had? They don't want. They get rid of it. You know. So like I said, just more. Now we're getting more into the city part over here, where like the suburb area, to where now after this red light, you're gonna see a school. You're gonna see two grocery stores. I might even go down this side street to where y'all can see some of the houses. But I mean, look at all this land over here to the up. Caught the light. I was just about to pull the camera off. They got land over here to the right. The right has already been cleared off. Land over here to the left. This land, I think it's a post office over there. Nope, it's an actual fire station. Fire station over there. And this land is separate because it's another. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a construction group that actually probably cleared the land, and they're just sitting on it waiting to be developed. Let me get over so I can drive a little slower for y'all, since I say I'm driving too fast. I don't think I'm driving too fast. You might just be looking too slow. But yeah, you have another church over here, and this church has a school set up on it. And then you have another church across the street from here to the right. This is a Presbyterian church and big church. And to my left, yeah, man, these people in calling. Yeah, just seen G in the building. Yeah, I'm showing land, man. Showing land, showing land. All right, coming to the stop. You have land over here to the right for sale. Don't have the acres on it, but it shows it's for sale. All this land over here to the right is for sale. Okay, we have one at the red light. You know, this one is, oh, I ain't gonna be able to get it, but it's 1.6 acres, and it's leasing, or it could be for commercial use, and no house, just the land. I'm telling you, man, like all this land over here, somebody can get this land and do something with it. Like right now, you got Ingles over here to my left. You have a gas station, and right next door to the gas station, nothing. They have a mailbox right here. No house. Is it a house back? Okay, it is a house all the way towards the back, but someone lives over there. But next to that, all this land is for sale. They have a shed over here, dirt and business for sale. Telling you, just all this land. Look at this over here. This shopping plaza has all this construction equipment. Why they have this construction equipment over there? Somebody knows that people are going to be building. So if you advertise and you pass this area all the time, you're going to sit here and start asking questions. How can I buy this? Or how can I do this? And I see this guy every day. I'm gonna go see and talk to them. Same thing for people who put these bandit signs up. I think called it bandit signs. You sit here and see these signs all the time. Ugly homes for sale. Like I'm looking over here now. They have a lawn care sign up here. We buy and pick up junk appliances sign over here at the red light. Who wouldn't call these people if they have stuff that they can, get rid of? You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you have your bandit signs out here for your business. People are gonna start paying attention to them. Man, let me see if I can get this one. Over here across the street. You literally have right in this plaza more commercial property that you can put over in that little land. All that is nothing but grass. You know, even behind this CVS, they literally have land that you can build on over here on the opposite side of this liquor store, directly behind the CVS. But they have just land over there beside that, can be used for something. Now, only reason I came this way is to show these houses over here and the land. Like, start looking at the mailboxes. You literally don't see the mailboxes as close to each other, and that typically shows you the space between the land because the mailboxes are not close. Most neighborhoods, those mailboxes close to each other. Look how close these mailboxes are. Look at all this land right here. Once you get down to the bottom of the hill, you see a mailbox to the left. To the right is like a sanitation little area over there with some generators. Coming up on the top of the hill, another brick mailbox over here. Yep. Back way is kind of beat up. To my right over here, nice community. The houses are spread out from each other. To the left, let me see if I can get some of these houses over here because these are the more ones that are kind of spaced out. And, like I said, the land. Look at all this. See this house in front of me? Look how this house is right here. And then as I'm driving, I'm getting to the next mailbox right there. So the houses are spread out, real portionate, but the houses also sit off from the street. So you don't have a close knit neighborhood like that because this is the main drag, but all the houses are kind of pushed off from each other. It's not like it's so close going into something like a neighborhood. Matter of fact, believe it or not, I'm going to make a right over here in this neighborhood so y'all can see a couple of these houses. And then I'm going to come back out of here. So just to actually show y'all this neighborhood and look at these nice houses. These nice houses, they said fine homes custom to build. These are like baby mansions over here. Look how big that house is on the corner. Look how big this house is with their driveway. I mean, like, look how big the house is. There's guys out here playing volleyball with his daughter. When you have a little money, you can actually do a little more, do a little better for your kids. Look at this home right here. Now you see from my camera backing up, look at all this land belongs to that house. They have a driveway right here on the side and another driveway at the top. So this is just a side entrance where they used to probably put like lawn care stuff, little miscellaneous things. I don't think you can see it too tough, but over here to the left, see all that wood over there? They're actually building like a shed or just another driveway over here they're building with a garage over there. And they already have a garage right there on the house. So, I mean, you got to have money to build a whole nother garage with a room on top of it. So they're just going to show you, like the money that's involved in some of these neighborhoods. The cars. Most people spend money on cars so much. Most people do what? Spend their money on houses because they're going to get more bang for the buck. Considering that Me buying a house today, in 10 to 15 years, it goes up 30%. Why not invest in the house than invest in a car after the first 5 years, you know, things start to mess up on a car. Soon as you drive the car off the lot, it depreciates in value, you know. And also with buying those houses like that to get that 10 to 15-year return, it depends on the neighborhood. You want to stay around certain people, you know, and you like these areas where everything is popping and going on. You got to pay that cost. You know, they have some land over there. I've been trying to look at this house. I'm actually going to snapshot. I already snapshot it. When I go home, I'm gonna look up that land over there because when I looked it up on Home Snap said that it was 20 acres over there. 20 acres with a pond in the backyard. Okay, you got two houses. I mean, two churches back over here. You have to the right where the guy's coming out right here. This is Flowery Branch. They have some apartments over there. You have also to this side, since they built those apartments, they just built the Wendy's. So this Wendy's technically is the only fast food in this area, like right in here. Matter of fact, over here on the left, I think the light's gonna change. If it wouldn't, I would go over here to the left where they have the training camp for the Falcons and just show you like the training camp over there. I mean, like I say, man, just a lot. A lot of people just don't take in to where you live in your city so much, you don't see this much land. That's like people from up north. When they come down here, they're amazed at all this land that we have down here. Once you get into the city, it looks just like New York. But once you get out, rural areas, it's very seldom that people get down here and they looking like, man, it's like we literally got grass, grass in certain places. My wife was saying that one of the biggest things from leaving New York that she loves about down here, you know, to a degree, people pick up their dog poop or they make them do it in the grass. They don't make them do it on the sidewalk where people can step in it. To a time they do smell over time. People keep letting the dog dump in one area. But, for the most part, like I said, she says she loves it that, in New York, the snow melts. Then you start seeing poop up under the snow. People are stepping in it, walking down the street. There's no grass areas for a lot of people to, go take their dogs to, take a dump, pick it up, throw it away, you know. And that's the thing, man. Land is cash, man. It's cash. Jay Morrison, I don't particularly like a lot of stuff about Jay Morrison, but the thing about Jay Morrison, I always say, an old man once told him, you can build all the houses you want and buy them and this and that, but they're not buying no more land. Land is gold. Land is cash. You know. So as we get over here, this is more commercial side. I'm quite sure they will sell to someone that has a house that's real big, but it's this more like on the commercial side over here. Over this like industrial area. So you got that land over there. Looks like somebody already bought it. The sign is faded, so it's been some years since they traded out. So that means someone actually bought that land. We got all this land over here. It looks like it's being owned by a company to my right because nobody's, did anything to it. It's like a little wetland, if you ask me. I see a couple of spots, but they have a gravel driveway over there. You got the electricity company as their, conductors over there. And believe it or not, over here, I forgot what this is over here to my right. I'm going to come up on it in a minute. I think it's like a feed or a gravel place or something like that. I'll see when I come around here. I've passed this place several times and never really knew what it was. But, to a degree, like I said, all this land. Once you actually get to the stop sign, you got land across the street to the right and to the stop sign to the left. They're all for sale. Once I get to the stop sign, you'll see this right across the street in front of me. you have a sign over there for land for sale. See, and it's sold. Land that is sold. So they have a trail ahead. Okay, what is this right here? No, they do something. But you have more and more gravel. Okay, gravel. It's a gravel company. So they sell gravel, for construction. Once again, once you pass that area, let's move forward. More land. To my left, they have a sign, land for sale. 70, okay, 7 plus acres. And right down here to the right, at this right turn, they have a business down in that hole. New businesses over here to the left. Most of these are all just warehouses for body shops, auto care, stuff like that. They got a car dealership over here. It's pretty much car dealership all in one pop. Auto body car, detail, custom, collision, all that. Just every one of them all dealing with something to do with vehicles. Then you get over here to your left side again. That's cream looking brown at the bottom. That's a warehouse for sale. You know, this look over here, that is the post office over there. That's the main one of the main big post office over here in the Flower Branch area. And then they have another few that's nice size, but that's one of the main ones for this area over here. Then they have downtown Flowery Branch over there, where today they're doing what? Selling vegetables, just like the one over there in the other spot. They have the tents up. There's not that many tents out there. It's only about 8 tents, because it looked like it was going to rain earlier. So quite sure they didn't come out. But basically, like I said, pharmacy, they still holding on. Walmart hasn't taken them out yet. Look like they're closed by now because, most of the time, all these little small states and stuff, I mean, these small areas in these cities, the farmers market, the pharmacy, all those little shops like that close early. Now the grocery stores might stay open to about 9 or so, but other than that, everything pretty much closed early, you know. And so this pretty much is gonna be the end of it, man. I'm gonna show a little bit more land, a little bit more as I'm driving down, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, looking at this side over here in this area, you can say, hey, whether you like it or not, and pretty much you get the feel of it. Go to the way that I did when we moved out to Snellville, Georgia. We actually went out there a couple of times, ate at some restaurants, talked to some people, went to some events out there. Now, that's one thing I can say about small towns. They have a lot of festivals and a lot of events to get the people in the town to come together. So when I was in Snellville, they had Snellville Day. Loganville was right next to me. They had Loganville Day. They had Grayson Day, and all these little small little towns. And they have their little festivals, and they have, just upbeat. Every time the 4th came, downtown Snellville had shot off fireworks. Every time there was like a big holiday, President's Day, you would see the decorations all down the street. So just like over here, when holidays come, the 4th, they have flags in the ground. When Veterans Day, they have all the little tombstones where they have the flags with the veteran's name on there. All depends on what area you stay in or go to. They have something that represents the holidays, and it's real big. To the right over here, I mean to the left, I'm sorry. The right over here, they're doing construction. But to the left, this house, the driveway's gated off. No lights, no nothing over there. To the left over here, new subdivision house. Nice. Big house. Nice big house. Going through this gas station over here. But like I said, man, it hit this light. Y'all don't stay there, nobody. It was a yellow light. But going into these areas, like I said, do your homework. I always say this. Just like I said earlier, I'm not a real estate agent, not a financial advisor, nothing, but do your due diligence. When it comes to you moving in the area, go try to figure out the area. Go eat in some areas like I said what me and my family did when we first moved to Snellville. Go shopping over there. See how the people treat you. You know, believe it or not, I went out there and looked in that area. It was quite pleasant. Never got too. There was one neighborhood that was kind of rough, and for one reason, that's why I didn't send my kids over there in that school area, due to the fact that it was a little rough, but at the same time, a lot of the people didn't wasn't so hospitable, showing hospitality as the neighbors and the area I moved to. So I kind of like, what I did for that choice, in the matter. Like I told my wife, I said, whatever we move, it's gonna be a 30-year plot, if anything. So we got to move over here with the expectation to live long term, you know, and go from there. And so with that being said, like I say, all this land, like people looking at land. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come over here and enter this business district over here so y'all can see all these warehouses being built. Then I'm gonna turn around and come out of there. But for the most part, I mean, just hey, do your homework. If you're gonna move over in these areas, check them out. You know, do your homework. And see right here in this area over here, they have a warehouse. I think there's like a whole bunch of warehouses over here for sale, and then they have some for rent. And across the street, you know, they're actually building more over here. See that yellow? They're building more over here, warehouses and storefronts. They got, you can't see it all the way over there, but they have some storefronts over there they just built. And it's about 5 storefronts over there, small little pop-up shops to where you can do a little restaurant, you can do a little t-shirt business, life insurance, health insurance, something to just sell small. Not really a big store where you have bulk inventory, just something relatively good enough to, put stuff in and you're doing good with. Hey, car, go ahead. All right, so I'm coming up this hill now. I'm gonna show y'all this, and then I'm gonna cut it when I get ready to turn out. All right, so like I said, look at all this warehouse. I'm gonna try to go down the line where you can see these um, docks over here, and then like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and come out of here. But be that as it may, till next time, people. What is this? Add USA. Look how many docks they have over here. And see, this is the type of stuff I go through when I sit here. I tell people to go to a U-Haul, rent a truck, and then get you after you get you a truck, then you rent out. Go ahead, rent you a U-Haul, back up to these docks, and there you go. Let me turn around and get out of here. My warehouse is about a good 5 minutes from here. But until then, y'all, be safe. And I'm about to be out of here. Till next time, like I said, figure out and focus what you want to do and go ahead up and obtain that goal. If you want to buy land, look at this commercial property. If you want to get into commercial property, get into it. But the choice is yours. And with that being said, you know what I always say? We here and we gone. In the words of Gold Professor, it's time to go.